Hey besties, welcome to part 2 of going through my crystal collection to dust and get rid of some of the stuff that doesn't really fit in my collection anymore. Let's get to it. So we're going to start with the small stuff. So here we go. First of all is this really cute agate doggy, or could be a wolf, but I think it's like a husky. It does have some gorgeous banding and stuff, but it's not really my jam. So that's going to go into the let's find it a new home. Now this one is my jam. Look at this little bat. He's a little moss agate bat and he's got this druzy pocket. Look at that little face. Woo! And he looks just as cool on the back. So he's definitely a keep. Then we have a couple of little bunny rabbits. These came in a miscellaneous carvings bucket, and you can see his little ears broken. But he would be sodalite, and he would be adventuring. Now, they're cute, but I don't think I'm going to keep them. So I'll put them in the move-on pile. Next is a little chubby dino. Look at how cute he is with his little smile. He's so cute. But again, not really my jam, so I'm going to move them on. I'm trying to be very discerning here because I need to get this collection under control. Now this one, this is a fire agate snake. Look at his little fangs, little teepees. He's so cute. He's definitely a keep. Now this guy, look at this little guy. Isn't he the most adorable thing you've ever seen? He's got the little sodalite shell. And I think it's a serpentine body, but regardless, he is adorbs and not going anywhere. Then we have a fluorite. Here, let's move this stuff out of the way so we can see him a little better. This is a little fluorite seahorse, and the color is just fantastic. So obviously he's not going anywhere. Oh, I have a random heart in here. This is a lapis heart. It's very shiny. Keep. Then we have like our bowls. I have a rose quartz moon bowl, and it's got so many rainbows in it. A little bit of golden healer in it too. And we keep that because we can put our little bits in there. Woohoo. Now, these are all my little skulls. So we got Dalmatian jasper, orange calcite. The color in this one is really nice. We have, I believe it is, bloodstone and agate. This is another bloodstone. Isn't that cool? He's amazing. Then we have, this is quartz and golden healer. Oops, sorry, I kicked the stand. Then we have sodalite, red jasper, this is a banded agate, which is really cool. Look at those bands. He's so cool. Then we have opalite, which is basically man-made. It's a glass, but it does have like nice colors in it. And labradorite. Look at the flash. It's got this nice pastel flash. So those are all keep, and this is my yellow calcite leaf bowl, and it's got rainbows. So that's where my skulls are going. I might get rid of the opalite and the Dalmatian jasper. What else? I like sodalite, but I don't know how fond I am of this skull. I'm going to put it in the go pile for now, and I'll keep these ones. So we'll move them to the side. Next, we have a labradorite dolphin. He does have flash. I don't know if it's going to show up though. Let me see if I can. Oh, you can see some of it there. See, he does have some nice flash across the body. Oh, there we go. Now you can see it. And I do like him. And I like Labradorite. Labradorite. Why can't I say that? Huh. Okay, next we have this little horse carving, which looks more like a chess piece. And it's just a granite, I believe. The carving on it is really good. Like really nicely done. But again, I don't know that it fits in my collection. Not whimsical enough, maybe? We'll put it in the possibly go pile. Now, these little wings were a freebie. Nope, they're lapis. They've got the pyrite in them. Now, see, this one would be sodalite. Interesting. But there's a cute little pair of them. But they don't call to my heart. And what I'm trying to do is just keep the pieces that really touch me, that, you know, make me feel good. And while these are cute, I don't think they're quite my style. So I'm going to put them in the possibly get rid of pile. Next, we have a dragon head. This is aventurine, I believe. It's not very well polished. The carving is good. But these dragon heads are like so common. They make good little sphere holders. You can set a sphere right here on his head. But again, it's not really calling to me. So I think I will put that in consider going pile. Now, this one is not going anywhere. This was my very first crystal skull. This is sea jasper. Look at, he's so beautiful. And the colors are amazing. And he's a hefty boy. Now, his nose is a little chipped, but it's hard to tell if you don't look too close. But I love him. Like, look at. I could just stare at these patterns for hours. So he's like not going anywhere. Like, he just fits my hand perfectly. I love him. So he stays. My next skull is this bad boy. And this is a fluorite skull, but they left the top raw to show the material, and you can see the shine on that. It's so pretty. And it has this green band in the middle with the purple on top. Like, how pretty is he? Look at this side. He's got like this green mohawk going on, and then the raw crystal on top. I love him. He's a unique piece, and he is absolutely not going anywhere. So next, let's get into some of my moss agate carvings here. Or sorry, this one's jasper. This is the unicorn. And he has some beautiful patterning on him. Like, look at, it's got the yellows and the reds. in that teal color. Look at that expression. Roar! So for sure, keeping the unicorn. His buddy is this, it's like ocean jasper on this side, where he's got like the yellow and the green. And he's carved quite well. His face is pretty good. And then on this side, he's moss agate. Look at the little Jersey cave. Ooh. So depending on your mood, you can either put moss agate side out or ocean or sea jasper side out. The difference between sea and ocean jasper is actually only comes from one mine, and sea jasper is all the stuff that comes from other mines that looks like it. So technically sea jasper, but he's not going anywhere. Next we have Mr. Serpentine Bun Bun. Now, this thing is heavy and he's cute. Look at the little pudgy belly and those little paws and that face. Oh, so adorable. Now this one I'm really torn on. He's good size, good carving, like he's cute, but I don't know if he fits my collection. I think for now I'm going to keep him, and then next year if I decide he doesn't fit, I will move him on. All right, next is this bad boy. Ugh! Look at this turtle. This is a moss agate turtle, and he is so heavy, but look at that patterning. The carving is pretty decent. His face looks not too bad, although it's more snake-like than turtle-like. And there's his belly. And he is a hefty boy. He does have some little druzy pockets. And I think that we know what I'm going to say about him. Keep. Next, gotta reach all the way over here. This is my sea jasper dolphin. And you can see this side is very ocean-like with those colors. And then his tail is very green. His belly's got the yellow. And that goes, wraps around and comes up. And his face is a little wonky. He's got a little bit of a bulge here. But overall, quite charming. And he sits like that. There we go. And he does balance on his tail and his fin. And I definitely want to keep him for now. Next, this, hold on, gotta zoom you out. Getting into the bigger pieces now, so we need more room. This is a sea jasper phoenix. It looks a bit like a peacock, but it is actually a phoenix. And you can see the carving on here. There's lots of detail. And it is like a moss agate on this side. It's like a blend again. There's his face, which is really good. And you can see like all of the feathers on the chest are carved in. And the colors are nice. I like this band of red through the green. It's really nice. It's like the fire of the phoenix. And this side is like the ash. Oh, cool. I never thought of it that way before. But the phoenix absolutely stays. All right. Next, we have this guy. This is a traditional house guardian lion thing. He's kind of cute. And I do have them sit by my door. But it is also, if you can see, it's coated in something, some kind of varnish. And I don't know if that's what's giving the color. It is supposed to be orange calcite, I believe, which I think it is probably just quartz, and then that covering, that varnish, is what's giving it the color, because the color is pretty even. There's no real dark patches in it. Any variation seems to come from the crystal underneath, and you can see here in the joints there's that pooling of the yellow, which would be the varnish. But carving wise, he's cute, and I didn't pay much for him, so it's not like I feel like I've been ripped off. It is definitely a stone, but I believe it is just a quartz. Now, because I just use him as my door guardian and he kind of sits on the floor, I'm fine with him being varnished. It kind of protects him from getting kicked around, and it's kind of fun to have a door guardian. So I'm going to keep him, even though he is questionable. I do like him. He does have his own charm. Like, look at that stash. He's cute. So we'll keep him. And my last piece is this big, oh, not quite, second to last, is this big bad boy. They called this a white jade horse, but it's basically a calcite. And here's his face. So not bad there, but once you start to turn it, he starts to get a little more questionable. But from the side, he looks good. And you can see that he's a very big piece. And again, I kind of like the quirkiness of the not perfect face. Let's see if we can get it to show up a little better. Like from here, he looks ridiculous. But overall, I like him. He is heavy, but he stands very well. So I'm going to keep him because he makes a really good floor piece. All right, and move him to the back. All right, now give me a second to set you up to see my pride and joy. 1 second. And here we are. This you could not pry out of my cold, dead hands. These are blue onyx angel wings. Now look at the detail in the carving on these. It's got the crest of the feathers, 1 row and 2 rows. And the dimensions, like if you've looked at butterfly wings or dragonfly wings or whatever, you know that this kind of carving is not normal. Normally, it would be more like these pieces, right? Just a surface carving, and that's about it. Whereas this one is so dimensional. It is just amazing. Now, we're going to talk about the material. They call this blue onyx, but it is actually aquatine calcite, I believe it is. It is a calcite. But look at the colors and the streaks. Like, when I bought this piece, I bought it on a live sale. And just from what I could see, I loved it. Just loved it. Then when it actually arrived, I think I had a little bit of a heart attack because it is so stunning. Now, you may have seen these in my crystal collection. I keep them backlit because they are translucent and you can see like the glowing color through them. But look at them. Are they not the most perfect thing you have ever seen? Now, trust me, I paid up for this. Blue onyx is one of the most expensive stones. And of course, I have very expensive tastes, and I love blue onyx. I mean, love it. So obviously this is never leaving my collection. I just brought it down to show you and give it a dusting before it goes back to its home. The stand did come with the wings, and I think it looks appropriate. And here's the heartbreaking part. When I first got these, I was adjusting the stand and it fell and it broke right there. Because blue onyx tends to fracture along these bands of the brown. It tends to be a little more fragile there. So when I dropped it, it broke right here. Can you tell? There's the proof right there. That's the leftover super glue. Basically, I just glued the snot out of it and it's been fine. It's holding up great, and you really can't tell from the front that it's been glued. And because they're going to be mine forever, I'm not concerned about disclosing that there was a break at some point, because these are literally my pride and joy. This is the best thing I've ever purchased. And just looking at them just makes my heart so happy. The carving is just phenomenal. And this material is just chef's kiss. Okay. I'm going to be done with my ranting and raving about how much I love these wings, but hopefully you enjoy them too. So thanks for joining me, guys. And if you like, next we'll do, let's say, towers. As I'm pulling this all out to dust, we might as well have a look at it all, right? So thanks for joining me, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.